Hey. Ooh, Chris.
Hey. Getting old is hard. I was out snowboarding. This young, smoking hot snow buddy was seated next to me on the chairlift. This was my chance to make my move. I looked at her, Atkins, Brian Atkins. Nobody thinks I'm a ladies' man because I look like Beavis from Beavis and Butthead. You looked at me, Atkins? Like the diet? Is that your grandson's snowboard? Not only was she hot, she's psychic. I mean, how did she know it was my grandson's snowboard? That's a lie. I don't have a grandson. It was just some kid's snowboard. The first time I realized I was getting old, I was 20, and my mom found my first gray hair. Brian, you got a gray hair. Oh, Mom, that's not gray, that's blonde. A few years later, I'm looking in the mirror. Oh my gosh, I'm getting sunburned on the top of my head. I'm going bald. I know, I'll part it down the middle. No one will ever notice. Now, if that did not look ridiculous enough, a few years later, I'm seated in the hairstylist chair. She spins me around. What did you do to my hair? That is not a yarmulke. Sometimes I wear a yarmulke to cover it. It seems to attract Jewish women. But today I need a 10-gallon hat. I was feeling really confident with that 10-gallon hat. And a girl came up behind me and said, Brian, you got a gray hair underneath that cowboy hat. Another girl came up behind me and said, is that your grandson's cowboy hat? I went to the toupee store. Their top of the line toupee, the George Clooney hairpiece, $40,000. $40,000? The roof over my head didn't cost $40,000. For $40,000, I can put a down payment on a Ferrari. Then I don't need a yarmulke. The sales clerk approached me. Mr. Atkins, perhaps this one is more in line with your budget. We call it the electrocuted hamster. Or for $500, you can have this one and it comes with its own tail. My wife filed for divorce. The divorce papers said irreconcilable differences. He's follically challenged. He doesn't have any hair. And besides, he's financially irresponsible. He could have bought the toupee, but he bought the Ferrari. In my defense, I approached the judge. Your Honor, she made me pull my hair out. I ran into her a few years later. The guy she was with was hairless as the rock. And of course, there's the hair plug approach. Now, in the hair plug approach, a doctor goes in and grafts hair off different parts of your body and plants it into your scalp. My friend Tim tried this. I saw him a few minutes later. Tim, you got a full head of hair. I know, Brian, but see this? This came from my armpit. And this came from my hiney. It's hiney hair. I don't even want to tell you where this came from. A few years later, once again, I'm looking in the mirror. Oh my gosh, I'm getting strands of straw sprouting from my nose, follicles of fur framing my ears. My eyebrows are so elongated I can comb them over and cover my bald spot. I'm looking like a friggin' chia pet. At 48, they sent me my AARP card. I'm 48. You're going to be 50 soon, but we'll get you in early. You can join now. They don't think I'm going to make it. They want my money now. As I roll downhill into my 50s, they sent me the AARP card 3 times. They're the ones with memory loss. And they sent it to Mr. Atkins. Mr. Atkins is my father. They sent it to the wrong address. And you know, the RP and the AARP, it used to stand for retired persons. Now it's real possibilities. You're not just a retired person, you're a real possibility. Yeah, there's a real possibility you can't afford to retire. Today, I pee in Morse code. Drip, drip, drip. Splash, splash, splash. Drip, drip, drip. It's SOS. My prostate's sending out an SOS. Thank God it's not spelling out Mayday, Mayday. But the good thing is, I'm not suffering from memory loss. But the good thing is, I'm not suffering from memory loss. What was I saying again? Oh, yeah. I'm looking like a friggin' chia pet. Chia.